What is up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Welcome to the Gamers at Large midweek show. Tonight we're gonna hit up a couple of weird topics, but other than that, we'll get to that in a minute. Tonight I got with me Good Shep. What's up, man?
What's up, peoples? It's Good Shepherd. No, sorry, I was sticking the bed of the sandwich. I love sandwiches. Anyways, what's up, people? That's all I gotta say. You know me. Good Shepherd. Let's do this.
All right, Terminator Juice.
What's up? It's Terminator Juice. First time on a Gamers at Large podcast in a couple months, because either it's on my Mario Kart Thursday where I'm in my tournament, or it's been on Sundays during Game of Thrones. So this is my first time, at least in 7-8 weeks, I would say. So good to be back.
Good to have you. Good to have you. And Red Fox.
Like I said, people think I'm out of my mind, but they're right. I am crazy. I'm crazy like a fox.
Is that a G.W. Bush reference?
You're scaring me. Okay.
Silence is
No.
golden.
People say you're crazy like a fox. It means you're crazy, but you look at a fox and you think it's doing something that's completely nonsensical, but there's a method to the madness.
All right.
Meanwhile, back on Earth, heroes.
Next.
All right, and Mr. T, how you doing, man?
Mr. T, fresh from Jamaica, big up. And wasn't Crazy Like a Fox a TV show in the 80s?
Yep.
And I do believe somebody,
not that I'm
politician
aware
or
of.
somebody tried to say that once and be funny or something.
I'm pretty
like
sure
that.
it is.
Okay.
Welcome back to America, man.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah. I had to come back.
Good
'cause
fireman.
all my things are here, so.
Yeah.
Had to come back for your stuff.
Trust me, I'm still relapsing. I'm still in Jamaica mode, but it's all good.
Hey, glad to have you back, man. So y'all know how we do normally on the midweek show. We usually go over releases, but like we said not last week, but the week before last, we are in E3 mode, which basically means the release is going to be a little bit sparse. But there was last week there was The Witcher 3, and I know a lot of people have been clamoring for that. You can check out various review sites for that game. A lot of people are enjoying it. Some people are pissed. Yada yada yada, so on and so forth. The only other big release that came out, I want to say, was I think it was Final Fantasy X-2 release, that re-release again. That came out, and this Friday is Splatoon on the Wii U. Other than that, we'll have to wait for nothing really big is actually coming until like right after E3. There's a couple of releases, but they're like not too big games. But the big ones are supposedly coming after E3, so we will probably have to hit those then. But I wanted to start off tonight. I know I usually end it with the I don't give a cuff moment of the week, but I'm going to start it off this week because it was a couple of funny ones, in my opinion. And I know the big one was our good buddy Mr. Ian Bell over at Project Cars. He decides to put his foot deep in his mouth again. You can find it out on NintendoLife.com. He basically said that the Wii U version was always a maybe, and if you check YouTube, because that's where you get your gaming vids from, you will notice the plethora of vids pretty much, discussing the fact that he's lying. So I just thought that was hilarious this week with the whole Ian Bell so far. He pretty much has my vote for not giving a fuck. So I think Red Fox, you said you had one?
Yes. This has something to do with Splatoon, but in a way that is going to either make you laugh or just make you laugh. In the UK, a truck filled with Splatoon Special Edition Wii U's was stolen by someone. Could be the Mafia, we don't know, but it was stolen. So, clearly, whoever stole that truck, really, they don't know anything about Nintendo, because They
All right, what's going on?
the Nintendos are going after them, and they really didn't care. They're like, I will take my chances against the Nintendos.
Hold up. They stole a truck?
No. They
Yes.
stole a truckload worth of stuff. Same
Yeah.
thing.
Truckload. But the truck got stolen too. That's
Well, it was Splatoon though. That
And
game
it
was
was filled
garbage,
with
man.
the collect, like the game that came with the amiibo, I believe.
Yeah, it was the collector's
Yeah,
edition.
it's a collector's edition.
They stole a truckload of. God dang.
Collector's edition
Chuck
Splatoon.
eBay.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. It's cool.
That is.
I wonder if they
that is
knew
cold.
what it was.
And that's
or
why I
just-
said they did not give a you know what.
I wonder if they knew what was inside, or they just saw it was a truck. And
Oh no, they knew.
No, they knew. They knew.
Sell it for $500 on eBay. Well,
No, I get
500 quid.
Wow. Damn.
I missed that story. So, like I,
Yeah, I'm gonna look that one up. What was that one at?
Yeah, I just saw it yesterday. Somebody on Active Gamer Life, I think they put it up on there. I saw it.
All right, I'm gonna have to check that because that's
Terrific.
dang, bro. You must be. Yeah, man, we're gonna knock off this truck. What's in it, man? A bunch of Splatoon.
we gotta get that amiibo.
Yeah, dog.
They get the
How did that
amiibos.
conversation go?
They don't even care about the game. They just want the amiibos.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this sort of game.
You know,
Garbage.
normally I would be laughing too, except people have forgotten that like when the SNES came out in Japan, like Yamauchi had them ship the stuff out at like 3 o'clock in the morning to keep the Yakuza from getting to it.
Yeah.
So
This ain't the
look,
first
why needs to take a page? Yeah.
trucks have been hijacked for this kind of thing. It's not the first time. It won't be the last.
I would love to like.
There's
sit in
always
on
a
those
fanatic
heist scenes,
somewhere.
though, man. I would love to like try to sit in on those heist conversations. Like, yeah, man, we're gonna knock off the truck. What we knocking off? A armored car? No.
It was Vin Diesel and Ludacris and
You know, Jason Statham was there. We're knocking over this truck full of Splatoon special edition we use. What?
Man.
I thought we were here for
You know,
money.
you could have the one
Meanwhile,
guy.
back on Earth, our heroes realized that it was an actual podcast with a conversation.
I'm just trying to figure out like who's the one guy that was like, dude, this is stupid. Who's the one guy that it had to be one guy that
The
said
driver. The driver did it.
I'm guessing the if they got caught, the penalty would probably be pretty severe for.
Oh, it'd be serious.
yeah.
I mean, just the value of the content and the truck.
Yeah, it's at least several $1,000s worth of merchandise, at least.
Yeah.
Not to mention that the people who buy these things,
They'll kill
all of those we use, I think, I don't know about PS4, Xbox One, but I know like all Nintendo stuff has a pen that has to get scanned by the
retailer.
retailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the retailer. So
They could technically shut it down.
If an unpinned Wii U pops up on their system, and if you go online, it's going to do that. Like they can trace it and find the person who bought it, who gives up the person they bought it from.
If it was
and
Wii
it's
U's, I don't know if it was actual systems though.
No,
wasn't
it was just games in the special edition.
Yeah, so then
special
they probably
edition Wii U.
maybe they might be able to maybe the amiibos, but I don't think the games themselves. But nah,
No.
they
not
ain't
even-
finding nothing.
No, there was game. I mean, there was a console. It was a special edition with the bundle.
Special edition Wii U's.
Yeah.
Oh, the
it's a
actual
okay.
bundle, the full
Okay.
bundle.
Yeah, it's
It
a
was a
bundle.
bundled Wii U. Okay.
Oh yeah,
I
they'll
got you.
catch them.
Yeah,
They'll catch them.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Look
when
at
they
this-
do, man.
At the minute somebody
They're
turned
gonna
that
send
thing on
Reggie
the
over.
internet, they call
Yeah.
Don't buy a Wii U if you're in the UK. Don't buy a Wii U out of the back of someone's
You better
van.
you going down.
You're going down,
Yeah.
son. You better
Well, I
go
mean,
to the retailer.
They'll be all right. It's just
Look, if-
they're going to be out of their money, and then then they lose their console.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically.
Look, if a bald-headed guy with ashy lips and a wife beater comes up to you and says, "Man, I'll sell you this system for $25," just don't do it. Just
But-
don't
But there's a
don't
catch.
do it.
For
There's a catch.
25, it's worth it.
You can't hook it up to the internet. That's the catch.
Yeah.
But
Oh, man.
Wii U actually has a
that's
day
funny.
one download. That's the funny part. So they're screwed. They have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's messed up. All right. Anybody else got any other one that they can think of?
Nah,
the
you
whole
guys
project-
both covered what I was
Yeah,
gonna
just the
thinking
whole
about.
Project Cars debacle. How he's saying it's a maybe. Let alone a year ago they're saying it's up, it's running great, it looks beautiful.
Oh
If
yeah.
it's a maybe, you don't have it up and running and it's looking good. Like, I'm sorry, you don't put effort into a maybe.
Yeah, I
At
watched
that
France's
point.
video. Like, I was kind of surprised because I remember them talking about it, but I just didn't remember, it that thoroughly. And then I saw Francis's video, and then I went to check the links out. I was like, wow, these guys were
Oh,
they
they
were
were
lying.
hyping it. They're praising
they were
it up.
they were they were hyping it. They were hyping it up like they were actually looking at it daily and putting it together. And so now it's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie. So there's no no way they can get out of that.
What
They
bugs
have to
me
come
out
out
is
and
that
tell the
the reason
truth.
that game came out is mostly off of the Wii U and PC fans. So this is technically worse than Rayman Legends because we actually funded it. Well, not me, but the Wii U fans funded it.
And you eventually
and they
got
didn't,
it.
And Rayman Legends came out.
We eventually got Rayman Legends.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm just saying that this is
No,
worse
I'm
than
agreeing.
Rayman
We're agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's way
sorry,
worse.
sorry. It's far worse.
Yeah.
So
That's why I'm like, Ian Bell just needs to shut up. He just doesn't need to say anything.
they just need to come out and admit that they haven't worked on it since they decided to make the Xbox One and PS4 version.
Yeah.
We all knew it was going to be a problem when Namco Bandai stepped in. It's like, uh-oh. We knew it was going to be things were going to change at that moment, and they did.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
that's why I didn't understand where all the people getting mad from. I'm like, y'all can tell they were lying last year.
I lost my hate for this game over a year ago, so
Yeah, let's say.
I don't
think
care
we
about
all-
it.
I think a lot of people did.
I did want to get the game once I heard about it, but I'm like,
I was only hype about it because back then it was dead on Wii U. It was good to hear about somebody not only putting the game out but like an exclusive and really going in on the gamepad like they were talking. They were talking it up. So it was cool to hear all that. But then this was 2 years ago. I started losing my
It was right before E3 where Red Knight, he posted that video.
Yeah.
Over a year ago, and he had called it then. He says it's dead, and I was like, I might still get it. Then I'm like, then they delayed it. Then they're gonna like release it against Drive Club and Forza, and it's like, what are they? Who are these people? What? They're making terrible decisions left and right. It's like they just have some idiots in the making, the main head CEOs or whatever, just making some terrible decisions on that game.
I called it Project Mars because that was the only planet you were gonna have a chance of playing that game. It's gone.
It's a shame. I did my Affordable Space Adventures review today, and in the comments I said, one of the reasons I don't feel bad about actually paying full price for the game, even though it's very short, and I gave it like a B rating. Spoiler there, but I said because they actually came through. They actually released it, no bugs, a solid game, kept it exclusive, and didn't pull any BS. And
gamepad features.
Yeah, and they actually built the game from the ground up, but the fact that they did what they said and they released a good game and didn't change anything and didn't make it go multi-plat it didn't use the gamepad at the end. They actually followed through the whole time with what they said the game was going to be. I was like, that's a good thing, and I still feel it's worth paying the full price just for that.
That's why I bought it full price, and I'm like, everybody should go buy that game.
But there was a comment of someone saying that didn't matter, it's all about the value for them, the content, and I'm like, it is kind of sad that is a positive that a developer actually followed through with what they said. In this day and age, it's a sad thing, but it's rare now, so.
Yeah. And then, Affordable Space Ventures 2 could be, what we want, as far as content-wise for one to be. I mean, this is an indie company, and being an indie company, they went in. Obviously, the game's a little shorter than I like.
But it has a full presentation.
Oh my gosh!
Really well done, solid, bug-free. Just excellent visuals, runs smooth. It's a good game. But like I said, it's just it's sad that we have to praise a company. Like, it's not standard operating procedure that they do what they say they're going to do.
Yeah. Well, I did a video today talking about Shadowrun Returns, and I was like, I backed the first one, and then I backed the second one, and I was like, I don't feel bad backing this, because the first time it was a bit iffy because these guys, even though they had worked in the industry, it's like you don't really know their track record, but they delivered on the first one fully and completely. So I was like, I don't feel bad investing in the second one because the first one they delivered. But I mean, for some of these other studios where they're like, they don't have a track record, I'm like, I don't trust what you're saying to me.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much Slightly Mad's tarnished. It should have tarnished in all gamers' eyes, but there's still some people that probably, because it doesn't affect them if they don't have a Wii U or anything, they're not going to care. But you shouldn't be cool with a developer lying, even if it's on a system you don't support.
Because that's how stuff like this starts.
They didn't have to say any of that. Like, that's what kills me. It's like, they didn't have to say that stuff. It'd have been fine. But they were the ones saying it. We weren't asking them to say this stuff.
And if they would have just said a week ago or whatever, hey, just financial reasons, we don't feel it's going to work out bringing the Wii U version. If you funded the Wii U version, we're going to look into making it worth your while or something still. Or something. I think this won't even been an issue unless they just really don't want to give that money back.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're either lying about it not working, that it does work and it's a financial thing, or they were lying that they were ever even worked on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, pretty bad lies all around.
Yeah.
But if they worked hard enough, they could.
I think they were lying. I think they were lying about both.
It could be both. It could be.
I think they were lying about both. Yeah.
They don't want to work hard to make it run right. Is what their bottom line is.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can tell you someone. I was just gonna say, someone who played both versions of the game, like the two console versions and the PC version. I can tell you that the PC version runs the best, but unless you have a really good PC rig, you're going to have issues. And the PS4 and Xbox One version of the game have issues, which tells me it's a code optimization thing, not an architecture thing. So if they don't want to put the time, money, and effort to optimize it for the Wii U, I mean, considering that they have it doesn't run the best on Xbox One and PS4, then for the Wii U, which is arguably, depending on who you ask, the weakest Gen 8 console, current gen console, then they're not gonna, if they couldn't work hard for the more powerful ones, they're not gonna do it for the quote unquote weak ones. So
I don't buy it because they initially were talking about Xbox 360 and PS3. So
yeah, I mean, that's how you know it's BS.
If you were gonna make it, if you're gonna make it for those consoles, then Wii U is strong enough.
It's simple. Gran Turismo 4, whatever the one on the PS3 5, I think, looked pretty damn impressive. So that they could make a Wii U game
at least that good.
Look at least like that. So that's just end of story.
Yeah. That's just an unfortunate situation, basically. It's unfortunate for everybody around, so yeah, kind of sucks. So let's move on to our next topic. The next topic, now, a lot of people have been talking about E3 and what they think is going to happen at E3. So this year I want to do something a little bit different on this episode. And every time at E3 that comes around, every trade show actually, there's the people who don't do as well. So tonight, I want to ask my panelists, which developer or industry head do you think is going to screw up this year?
Pick me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Terminator.
Who's going to go first?
I honestly expect, and this might not be exactly what you're looking for, but I expect them to show Ubisoft to show The Division, and there be a significant step down in graphical fidelity. And
Damn you, Terminator.
And a slimmed down gameplay experience, like not what they promised. That's my gut feeling. And then kind of a little, I don't want to say too, but No Man's Sky, I think they're going to show the exact same basic crap we've seen 2 times already, where they're going to show somebody getting a ship and leave a planet and go to another planet, which will be a fail in my opinion.
Okay.
And the developers are going to be like, it's brilliant. It changes the game entirely. It's brilliant.
All right, Red Fox, what about you? You got one?
Yeah. I think it's going to be a tie. and I have no reason to say this other than just I'm not really feeling like they're working on anything to really wow us at E3. Sony, because they actively admitted that they have a sparse first-party lineup this year, and I mean, for you to admit that before going into E3, I'm like, what are you, stupid or something? And secondly, Square Enix, because I mean, these are the people who had that big press conference and tried it out, the Steam version of the PC port of Final Fantasy VII, and like the CEO just had a look on his face like, I did good, and he couldn't understand why people were mad. And I think they're going to do that again.
They have a whole hour, don't they?
I think it's going to happen again.
Doesn't Square have like
I don't know, man, but I'm looking forward to seeing that wooden ship ignite into flames while it's on the ocean.
2 3/4. Re-release for the PS4.
Like, you guys want Chrono Trigger on the PS4? You guys want Chrono Trigger on the PS4? And it's like a port of the SNES game. You know, it's like I could see that happening. And so, you know, I mean, I wouldn't look. Chrono Trigger is like chocolate cake, brownies, and pizza. There's never too much chocolate cake, brownies, and pizza. But I mean, it's time to step up your game, Square Enix, or maybe not. I don't know. If you have any game to step up. So there you go. That's the tie. Square Enix CEO and whoever's presenting their thing, and Sony.
Okay. All right, Shep, what about you? You got another one?
No. TJ stole my thunder, man. I was picking Eve's game out to just brag about a bunch of stuff and show it, and you're like, wait a minute, this isn't quite the quality we were. And then, you know, you see, you gotta admit, they are hype up on that stage. Like, yeah, we're gonna. And then everybody's like, no.
Isn't it just the fact that Ubisoft has their own time slot just a debacle in itself? Because Sony, you know that Assassin's Creed and The Division, if not both, are going to be showing at Sony's press conference.
Yep.
And it's like, why do they even have their own? It just makes no sense to me. But
no,
because they're egos.
They did it last year with Assassin's Creed.
It's all ego, man.
Yeah,
it's
they show Assassin's Creed Unity on what, Xbox or PlayStation, and then they show
Xbox.
It's like,
Look,
I didn't even watch it because I knew I
turn right back around and get it on theirs the next day.
you guys have to understand, Sony and Ubisoft have a special relationship. Okay, they have a very, very special relationship. I don't know what the nature of that relationship is because those games aren't very wowing to me, but apparently Sony thinks they're awesome. So there you go.
Hey, it is what it is. T, you got one?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the Ubisoft is the easy one there. You know, Yves Guillemot is the new Peter Molyneux. So I totally expect Division to disappoint people and not be as good as what people are expecting. I haven't really thought about it. I don't know. I expect. Okay, I'll get one. I expect that whatever rare game that Microsoft has been hinting at is just going to disappoint people as well. It's going to be like, what was that one game where it was like a
Project Spark Conquer?
No, it was a. I think it was the NES era.
Bad Fur Day.
It was the NES era game with the little safari guy. Can't remember the name of it.
Saberwolf.
Saberwolf, yeah. It'll end up being
Saberwolf,
like
yes.
Saberwolf or something.
It'll be Cameo Elements of Power 2.
Oh my god. Oh god. I was so hyped.
No, it's going to be Battletoads.
I used to be so hyped for that game.
Battletoads.
Dude, don't play with my emotions.
Yeah, I just think even if it's like it's Battletoads, like I like Battletoads, but I don't have the love for it that a lot of people do.
No.
So I don't. You know,
I think
if it's that, it'll be a disappointment for me. So.
I know there's a lot of people that are going to be disappointed if Retro shows their game and it's not Metroid. That'll be a...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to hear a lot of people having babies.
Star Tropic.
It's going to be Star
And
Tropic.
get mad that they can't get what they want. Grow up. stuff happens.
Dude,
It will eventually come.
But then it turns around and becomes like Nintendo's Uncharted or something. People will love that.
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, like, Terminator, you're right. If Retro shows up and there is no Metroid announcement, I expect to see 100 videos.
If it's like
Worst
Donkey
case-
Kong World or something, Donkey Kong.
Worst case, yeah, Donkey Kong World or Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze 2. That would be.
There's gonna be salty tears. Oh,
hurting.
You know what? I hope Nintendo trolls people this year and do like that
I hope
at
they do
first,
too.
and then maybe they show Metroid like at the end of the presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
it'd
you know what'd
be-
be funny?
I just hope Retro's working on something that they're gonna show us. Like, I don't care. I mean, yeah, it'd be a little even though Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is an amazing game. I hope they're on to something new, reviving a new series
think-
franchise.
you don't hire.
I
all
want
those artists
new
from,
stuff,
like,
plain and
Uncharted
simple.
series to make Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
I would think.
I know they're working on Bad Dudes too.
Bad dudes.
No.
I'm bad.
Wait,
No,
I
you know
never
what would be awesome?
won.
What would be awesome is if Nintendo and their digital thing had like Cranky Kong pop up. He's like, he just pop up and hit people with his stick, like he did in the original Donkey Kong Country.
There you
It's
go.
like, back in my day, it was better. And they're like, oh, they're making Donkey Kong Country 64, like, and then they have Diddy Cranky's like, back in my day, and like you see a spaceship fly above them, and it's Samus's ship. And then it's like, what
That
the
would be
devil
awesome.
is that? You know, something like that.
That gave me a better idea.
Troll, that would be great. Cranky Kong Country.
I
Troll.
was thinking Cranky Kong, Banana Tracker.
Oh,
What dude?
He just sits in his
amount
rocking
of,
chair complaining.
yeah, the amount of people being pissed would be astronomical.
I like Red Fox's
It's a
idea.
3D
though,
world.
Troll.
3D
Cranky
World
Kong.
engine, and you see Cranky Kong running around, and he just suddenly gets sucked up.
Cranky Kong Wii U music. There you go.
Yep. He just won it.
It'd be pissed.
Cranky Kong is a playable character in Splatoon. He throws a banana at people. That's
Cranky
Banana
Kong playable in Smash.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
That would be fun.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's Roy or it's Ryu. No.
That's what Retro's been working on. Cranky Kong and Smash.
Yeah.
Pissed.
And in Smash Attack, he turns into the original Donkey Kong and throws barrels at people.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Don't play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That sounds cool, actually.
Yeah. All right. Well, the only one that I could think of was remember last year at Sony's press conference when like nobody was clapping and
Mm.
House was like, "Come on, yeah!" And we were
Oh
like,
man, it was dry.
I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry. I hope they don't do that again this year. Like, please don't do that, and please don't mention the freaking damn how many times people press the share button.
Oh, that's so lame.
just don't do it, man.
No.
I mean,
Please don't hire people to clap either.
Yeah."
Sony, if your press conference is going to be over 60 minutes, stop right now. Rewrite the script. Because that was, hour and 50.
Hour and 45 minutes. I think.
That was crazy.
What?
And,
I mean, what? You guys stayed awake for that? I got myself a good nap. I woke up, it started, and then I fell asleep like 15 minutes in, and then I woke up and it was over, and I was like, wow, that was a good nap. What did I miss? And then I saw the little bullet points. I'm like, I didn't miss much.
Dude, we were actually doing a live reaction, so the whole thing.
You said you did a live nap? What?
I got a light nap watching that thing.
I was up. I was up. It was me, Mega. T, were you in that one? Or was it Zen? I think it was Zen then.
I think I'm going to record myself watching it just like I did last time in the dark.
I
And just
watched
be
it
like-
later. But
Just like, fucking CGI trailer again? Are you kidding me? That's like 4 in a row.
I started
That was a
daydreaming
lot of
about
CGIs.
I started daydreaming about their 2006 press conference. That was abysmal, man. That thing was
What,
bad.
$6.99? No, what was it?
$599.
$5.99. $5.99. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so
Drops the mic. Walks away.
I mean, I'm gonna wait till my E3 podcast. I got a prediction for Sony. I'm gonna hold it till then. So look forward to my podcast on June 1st.
Nice.
Shameless plug.
All right, and before we get out of here, because we're about to wrap up, we're about to hit that 30-minute mark. So before we get out of here, I just wanted to, everybody got a game that you like playing, but it's garbage, or it don't play right, but you just play it anyway because you enjoy it. You have fun with it. It may be a highly misogynistic game. It may be, a game that, has poor quality, but, the gameplay is good on it. I'm going to start this one off, and it's actually on my actual Game Cafe channel. It's Onichambra, Bikini Zombie Slayers.
Oh, man.
That game is fun, man.
That game is awful. But I can't stop.
No, it is awful, but it is also fun, and that's all that really matters when you play video games.
And if you have had the chance, the Japanese movie they made was actually pretty funny. Wrong, but funny. So yeah, they actually went all in and made a movie basically based off of it, which was highly inappropriate.
I don't know how you can make a movie about that, but whatever.
Yeah, they did.
I have no idea, but it's Japan, so
yeah. So that's my one. That's my game. I mean, yeah, I play it. I play it a lot actually because they actually gonna come out with one on the PS4 and the Xbox One, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's on the Xbox One, but PS4 for sure. I think it's in July. It releases. So that's my guilty pleasure game, as it were. So let's see. T, you got a guilty pleasure game?
I wish I had more time to think about this, but I mean, I can think of like 50 of them on NES. But I wanted, since I just did my latest throwback T was on Sega Saturn, I'm gonna pick Street Fighter, the movie, the game.
Sorry.
I mean, it's awful, but I still have fun playing it. I don't know. It's just because it's so weird, the fact that you have these digitized, characters from the movie that you know all the moves, and it's just weird.
Jean-Claude is an awesome guy. I mean,
it's just weird as hell. It's an awful game, like I said, but it's weird to be able to do that. Have those familiar moves in that game. That looks like Pit Fighter. You guys remember Pit Fighter?
Oh my God! I actually like playing the game. That's the sad part.
That game's awful too, but
yes, it is. I love playing it.
I should have picked that one, I guess. But yeah, Street Fighter the movie.
No, you picked the right one. That was way worse.
That is terrific. I can't even top that. I can't. But whatever.
All right. What about you?
Who?
What about you, Fox?
Okay. I was going to do Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but since Ms. T threw down the gauntlet, I'm going to have to go even worse.
Step the game up.
Yeah, I gotta step my game up. The game that's absolutely terrible, but I still like to play it, is a little known SNES title called Lester the Unlikely. It has rotoscoping. It is terrible. The controls are garbage, but there's this thing about the main character where when he pulls himself up off a ledge, it sounds like he's humping the ledge. Oh, and I just do that for like 20 minutes. It's weird. I know how to beat that game by heart. Like it was one of those games that you begged your parents to get you, and then you found out it sucked, but you had the type of parents that I had where if you complained about the game, they just take your system away, so you just played it. Yeah. Lester the Unlikely.
That sounds like me and Shaq Fu.
I got that too.
No.
All right, Terminator, what about you? You got one?
Nothing past the point where I could go out and buy a bunch of games like when I was a kid and I'd save up by mowing lawns for a month to buy a Super NES game or something, or NES game, and I was just stuck playing it even if it sucked. And one of those for me was Double Dragon 3.
Ooh.
It was definitely I thought it was the worst one, and it was so hard by like one player, and I just could never get past like the second or third level. And it's just, but I just kept playing it, even though I hated it, just because that's the game I had for the next month and a half, 2 months. So, but really, I don't play in the modern age. I don't. If a game's not good, in my opinion, I don't play it. Even if I don't really have fun with too many bad games, so I couldn't really think of anything.
Oh, okay. Well, that's understandable. But yeah, that's what the retro is for. The back in the day. Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu, that was my one that I saved up for, and I was so disappointed when I started playing that thing. Man, I was pissed.
Well, don't worry. There's a new Shaq Fu coming out.
I mean, you could say, I guess I got one. I mean, a terrible, worst Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare 3. I kept playing it, and it's just so broken. Some of the weapons were so out of balance and stuff, and my buddy would come over, and we'd play split screen, you know, and it was a bad game, but we still played it, so I guess that would be the closest thing for me.
Okay. Okay. All right, Shep, guilty pleasure, man. Which one is it?
Let me see. I'm trying to think. You guys named a couple good ones. I was originally going to say Fantasy Life, but Fantasy Life is actually a decent game. I'm just hooked on it like a crack fiend. By the way, I'm a creator and everything. Shameless plug. I guess it'll be a tie between Witch and Hero. It's a 3DS downloadable game. I really freaking love the game, even though it's so stupid. I don't know if y'all heard about Witch and Hero.
No, I hadn't heard about that one.
Oh. Well, you know
what? Interesting.
Yeah, I was hooked on that game. That game I could not stop playing for like months. I mean, I played other stuff, but I always picked it up for at least a half an hour every day.
You have an addictive personality.
When I get into something I like it. That's why I'll read like a whole book in less than a few days. That's that ADHD and OCD combined.
How's that possible? But never mind.
Actually, you'd be surprised. Oh, one quick tip. If you buy a brand new umbrella to give to your significant other, but forget to replace your old umbrella, and you get caught in a rainstorm, yeah, that's what happened to me today.
Nice.
I got a soaked Good Shepherd. I know y'all don't care. I just feel like sharing.
Okay.
That ADHD right there, man.
Yep.
As long as you're not in California, apparently they don't get rain.
Yeah, apparently they don't.
I mean, it's been raining so much here in Michigan, I feel guilty about how much water we have.
Oh,
Seriously.
yeah, that's right. They have a serious drought issue going on.
They have a serious drought issue every year in California.
Yeah, and it's just getting worse and worse.
Yeah. San Andreas, man. The
Yeah,
movie.
gonna take care of that, Rock.
It's gonna happen.
Gonna take care of that, Rock.
Hey, yeah.
San Andreas this weekend.
They'll be fine. They've got Dwayne the Rock Johnson. We'll be fine.
All right. Well, peeps, that does it for the midweek show for this week. Hope you guys had fun. We're gonna get out of here. Don't forget to check the Gamers at Large on Sunday. Mega Gamer Man will be hosting this Sunday. He hadn't told me when it's gonna start, so I'm just gonna assume 8 o'clock. So check us back on Sunday. Shep, you got anything you want to pimp out? Any upcoming vids or anything, Shep?
I'll probably drop a few videos soon. I got some more time off. I'm definitely picking up Splatoon Day 1, so you'll hear something from me then.
Okay. All right. Terminator Juice, what about you, man? You got anything you want to promote?
Yeah, I just uploaded my Affordable Space Adventures review finally. That's up today, and then the Juices Loose podcast returns on June 1st. I took 2 weeks off. The Red Knight has promised to make his return to podcasts on June 1st on the Juices Loose, so look forward to that. And I'm going to give him a plug tomorrow. He's making a return to YouTube with his first video in like 3 months, so I think everyone's pretty excited. A lot of people are going to be excited. There's going to be some people that might feel like they're in the crosshairs. He's giving me some insider information on some of the topics.
You got a scoop. You got the scoop.
It should be interesting to see how people react to that. Because, yeah. Well, I'll just leave it at that. I know Splatoon is going to be brought up quite a bit. So, and then the following week, which will be June 8th, I'll get really into my E3 podcast. I'm going to do one that Monday. I don't know about the Monday of that E3 starts. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but yeah. So that's that. And then I will be doing a movie discussion here someday. Now that T's back from Jamaica, I'm going to have to set that up with some movie buffs. We've been talking about it for like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Right. That's it.
All right. Red Fox, anything you want to promote?
Yeah. This Saturday, myself, along with several other members of the GNL and not members of the GNL, will be supposedly we're going to be doing something about the rest of the Daredevil Netflix series, but it's the day after Splatoon drops, so we're probably going to talk about that too. And there's nothing else I'm really working on except for my GTA 5 review. So aside from that, that's it.
Oh, okay. All right. And T, I know you just got back, but
yeah. Dude, I'm working on so much cool stuff. I just have to say, I'm working on a new Gamers at Large intro, which is looking pretty damn sweet. I'm working on a new Mr. T intro, which I think you guys will love. Little Star Fox love for it. Star Fox video I'm doing about the Wii U. Hopefully, I'm trying to get that thing out this week before any information comes out from that game, before E3 especially. That and why I'm a Nintendo fan video, thanks to Dr. Feelgood, he inspired me to do that, and I'll be doing a podcast, T-Talk podcast on that. So a lot of stuff.
Sweet.
Okay, cool. My channel, I'm actually gonna have a review discussion for our Mortal Kombat 10 or X or whatever they're calling it with Zen Gamer on Thursday, and be on the lookout for J&T's Fresh Take episode 9 coming soon. More than likely Saturday, but coming soon.
Seriously.
So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. But other than that, that's all that's going to be coming from me. Like I said before, don't forget Gamers at Large on Sunday. Mega Gamer Man is on hosting duty. So we will see you guys then, and peace out.
Peace.
Peace.
Big up.